What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. Team USA met their demise today against Germany in the FIBA World Cup semifinals. I mentioned in my last video the 3 keys to victory for Team USA were controlling the tempo, controlling the glass, and making shots, breaking up that zone. Unfortunately, they were outplayed. They didn't guard the pick and roll well, which is something else that I mentioned. And they didn't get enough stops. So they found themselves playing for a bronze medal, going against Canada for 3rd place in this tournament. What went wrong exactly? Let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Germany went up 10 points early. Like, from the tip, their offense just looked more in sync, and it was looking easy for them flat out, man. And I think, too, what killed the USA, they could not get any 50-50 balls. It was multiple times where the ball was bouncing around, went out of bounds. Germany had a late shot clock. They inbounded and get a quick shot off. One crucial bucket was from Thies, and it was like 3 seconds left on the shot clock in the 4th quarter. And Team USA just cut it to, I believe, 8 points. And he gets it with 3 seconds, hoists the jumper, knocks it down, and kind of kills the momentum, stalls the momentum for the Team USA. And it feels like they never got to throw that haymaker punch. Like, we kept waiting for that spurt of explosiveness. And we saw a couple plays from Ant Edwards in the 4th quarter where he was attacking the cup, super aggressive, hit a big 3. Like, he played really well, and he had that big dunk, a poster dunk. And the momentum kind of got going a little bit, but they never got full-fledged, like, pedal to the metal, full throttle in this contest, man. And we could tell Germany, they played their way. They found open shot after open shot. They punished Team USA on the glass. They got those mismatches. When we talked about guarding the pick and roll, could Team USA fight over those screens and stop the switches? Could the guards hold up? They got those mismatches, man, in the paint, and Germany flat out exploited it. They had 3 players score over 20 points. Team USA could not stop the bleeding, man. They fought, they scrapped, they clawed, but it wasn't enough. Looking at the box score, both teams shot extremely well in the first half. Overall, though, Team USA 58% from the field, Germany 57%. So USA shot better overall, but they just didn't make as many shots. They didn't take as many shots. 12 of 25 from 3. They shot better from three-point range, 48% compared to Germany's 43%. And that was 2 keys, man. Could they make the 3-ball to break up that German zone and make them play man and open up the paint a little bit? They made enough threes, in my opinion, 12 for 25. Then they got to the free throw line. Mikal Bridges and Edwards, those guys were very aggressive attacking the cup. Jalen Brunson today as well. 23 of 24 free throws made, 95%. Germany hits 81% of theirs, 18 out of 22. So we're seeing that Team USA shot better from every level of the floor. That was one battle that they won that they had to. But on the glass, they got out-rebounded. It was closer than last time, only out-rebounded by 2, but the offensive rebounds, 12, limiting them to one-shot opportunities. Germany did a good job of that, and they crashed the glass and got extra opportunities with those 12 rebounds. 18 defensive rebounds compared to 21. Team USA was aggressive on the boards, man. Josh Hart was doing his thing, honestly. Like, a lot of people were wondering why he's in that starting lineup. And I got to say, man, like, throughout this whole tournament, he probably I haven't checked, but I wouldn't be surprised if he led the team in rebounds, to be quite honest, because he was the only one really just every game pretty much attacking the glass. Even in this contest, he had 5 boards. And Edwards had 8. Looking at Team USA scoring, you see the breakdown. Edwards, 23 points, huge 4th quarter for him. Mikal Bridges played well, 17. He's been really aggressive the last couple games. Brunson played better. 7 assists was big. That was the most he's had. 15 points. And then you look at the bench. You get Josh Hart. You know, he started 9-5. You like that. You got it. But Jaren Jackson, man, with the rebounding, it just is not a strength of his game. And they attacked that. 3 rebounds for the starting big man on this team. He did not hit double digits in the semifinals or the quarterfinals, man. Like, the rebounding is just not there. Austin Reeves, incredible off the bench, 21 points. Had some huge three-pointers to keep this game respectable early on. And down the stretch, too, man, he had a big 3 to tie the game as well, man. Austin Reeves hooped. Like, he definitely played up to more than his potential. I think he excelled and earned a lot of fans as well, man. Halliburton's a guy that I kind of feel like they could have moved into the starting lineup. He had 8 assists off the bench, led the team in assists. Like, I just feel like he was a more he was a bigger asset at the point guard position. The offense just looked a lot more smooth when he was running the point guard, man. Him and Banchero had 6, 3, and 2 off the bench. You know, solid, whatever. I think he was deserving of a starting spot as well, man. I think Bobby Portis played well. He brought energy, guarding the basketball as well. He defended well, man. He got switched on Schroeder and a couple of those guards, and he held his own guarding the perimeter when he had to, man. But Banchero's a guy that I think should have been given more opportunities to impact the game and start, honestly, probably over Jaren Jackson. If we're being completely honest, I'm just saying. And then on the German side, straight up, man, they had no answer for Franz Wagner. It seemed like every time Team USA made a run, Wagner hit a 3 or got a drive to the lane, hit an and one, and just stalled them, man. Anytime Germany needed a big bucket, Wagner was coming through with it, man. And we talked about this in my last video. He killed Latvia, lit them up in the semifinal, and then leads Germany today. Daniel Theis, another big game, man. 21 points off the bench, 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds. I think that was major as well. His size, physicality, shot-making ability, versatility. He was crying a lot, man. I didn't like it. You know, it seemed like he was trying to get some extra breaks in there, crying about all them fouls and having the refs review it. But hey, he came up big, man. Came up with some big second-chance shots and just continuously opened up the lane with his ability to stretch the floor. And Mo Wagner as well off the bench, 10 points, played really well. They just got, I mean, they had 6 players score in double digits, man. It was a total team effort, and their size really dominated. But the 3 points, I'm honestly looking at it kind of surprised that they didn't hit more threes than Team USA with Obst and 24 as well, man. Get that kid in the league. Like, they just made big shot after big shot after big shot and controlled the tempo of this game. And people, before this roster even played their first game, people were skeptical. I mean, there's guys the same age. There's the Jason Tatums and, you know what I'm saying, the De'Aaron Foxes of the world that could have been a part of this roster, the Spider Mitchells, potentially Joel Embiid, Devin Booker. Guys like that are more accomplished in the league and have competed on the senior team before, man. It was a lot of guys and that's just off the top of the head. There's more guys for sure that you can think of. But, you know, those, especially Tatum and Book, those are some of the big names where we were kind of wanting to see them go and lead this young group. Even in the past, the last few World Cups we've seen, I mean, when they won with Durant and Kyrie, when they won with Donovan Mitchell and those guys the first time, Jason Tatum when he played, like, there was always vets. You look back, even the Redeem team with Kobe joining the squad, like that veteran leadership, we see what a difference that makes on the international stage when you've played international basketball and you've been in pressure-breaking situations, man. They did not have the vets to compete, and they didn't have the bigs, man. I think Walker Kessler could have been a guy that really impacted this game, and he didn't really get any opportunity to play at all. His shot blocking, his shot making, being able to stretch the floor. I think his physicality as well. Like, he would have been an issue for Germany. But the staff, Coach Kerr, Spo, those guys, Coach Ty Lue, decided, hey, this wasn't the right game for him, I suppose. But the size really killed him, man. Jaren Jackson, Defensive Player of the Year, got 20 plus put on his head by these. Like, you hate to see it, man. I do think this team has the capability of winning. Like, they had enough talent to win this tournament, but they didn't guard the basketball well, man. They're giving up 100 points to these teams. They're not guarding the pick and roll, giving easy looks at the cup, giving wide open 3-point looks, not getting the hustle plays. Not saying they weren't hustling, but they weren't getting any of the 50-50 balls. And straight up, they got exposed, man. Like, 111 points should be enough to win, but when you're giving up 113, you're not going to win games. When you're turning it over, where you're careless. A play that stood out to me ending the second half, they had just took the lead. They were up by 3, and they get a break. Halliburton throws like a full court pass trying to get Josh Hart to Moss Dennis Schroeder, and it gets broken up. They go back down the court, and Germany gets a big 2, cuts it to 1, and going into halftime, and kind of takes the momentum. And it seemed like the whole time they were in control of the game. We were looking for Team USA to rev the engine and make that run and pull away like they did in the exhibition when they went on that 18-0 run, and Germany had them on the ropes the entire game. Shout out to Ant Edwards, Mikal Bridges, Austin Reeves. Those guys hoop, man. They came to play, but we got to guard the basketball better, man. Schroeder had 17. Like, we can't depend on him to shoot 4 of 26 from the field again. He hit some big threes. They didn't stop him from the pick and roll. He got active, used his speed as well as his court vision to pick apart Team USA, get his teammates found their spots, and all they had to do was catch and shoot, man. The pick and roll destroyed Team USA. The lack of rim protection, the lack of rebounding, the size, maybe they just didn't find the right lineup that worked the best with each other. But it's obviously some pieces missing, man, that you want to see possibly added to this squad come the World Cup. I won't say the rest of the world is caught up and Team USA is this and that, because we still we didn't send our elite talent there. But I will say that the rest of the world looked really good. And Germany, you can't take nothing from them. They've got several NBA players on that squad. They got Franz Wagner, who's 22 years old, averaging 18 in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's tough. These guys sent their best of their best. And flat out, they beat the hell out of Team USA, man. They scrapped back at the end, but, man, Germany never really looked like a threat to lose their lead. It didn't feel like that, like at the end. It felt like that they were confident. They didn't fold. They made big shots. They played together. They didn't turn it over. They made big plays, man, and now they're going to play for a gold medal. So, Team USA, you just wonder what's at. They got the Olympics coming up. They got the third-place game against a tough Canada squad that is looking to beat them, too, if they don't come to play. So, loaded with NBA talent. This tournament, we saw the most NBA representation out of any international competition we've seen, like, ever. So, there's a lot of talent, and teams are bringing their best. And Team USA will be wise to do the same. Anyways, that's a wrap for us. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the situation. What's next for Team USA? Do they have a chance in the Olympics to win this thing? Will they win it? Will they add more pieces? I don't know. Y'all holler at me. Who would y'all like to see on the roster? And make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. I'm Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. This is Live with Brandon Blakeney. Until next time, hey, we out.